Isekai anime follows ordinary individuals thrust into unfamiliar worlds, where survival depends on adaptability, resolve, and the choices they make. This top 10 list features compelling stories and journeys that are far from easy, with characters who leave a lasting impression. Get ready. These adventures are designed to make you feel deeply and stay with you long after the screen fades. True friendship is put to the ultimate test when one of you is suddenly turned into a peerless beauty. Hinata and Tsukasa were nothing special, just lifelong best friends trapped in the routine of salaryman life. After a night of drinking, they are summoned to a fantasy world by a chaotic goddess. However, there's a massive catch. Hinata is transformed into a stunning girl with god-tier charm. To break the curse and return to their original bodies, they must travel across the land and defeat the Demon King. The real challenge isn't just the monsters, but the absurdity of their situation, as Hinata's mere presence causes chaos everywhere they go. As they navigate dangerous dungeons and deal with eccentric locals, they must depend on Tsukasa's immense strength and Hinata's unintentional charms to clear their path. A hilarious, chaotic twist on isekai tropes as two best friends stumble through a mad magical world, desperate to return to their old lives. When a middle-aged office worker buys a pet bird to brighten his lonely life, he inadvertently signs up for an interdimensional business empire. A tired salaryman named Sasaki brings home a talking Java sparrow called Peeps. To his shock, Peeps reveals himself to be a legendary sage from another world who was reincarnated into this tiny form. With the ability to travel between modern Tokyo and a high fantasy realm, he begins a lucrative trade of Earth's goods for magical treasures. However, his life becomes a chaotic whirlwind, as he is recruited by a secret government agency for psychics, while simultaneously dealing with warriors and magical monsters. As he attempts to maximize his profits, he must balance his corporate job with his new role as a powerful sorcerer caught between two colliding worlds. Integrating a unique business perspective into intense magical warfare creates a brilliant cross-genre experience. A pragmatic duo faces high-stakes trade and supernatural conflict. In a world where every decision has a price, survival depends on how well you can master the system. Michio, a high school student struggling with the emptiness of life, discovers a strange website that transports him into a game-like fantasy reality. Armed with a set of overpowered skills and a customizable interface, he quickly realizes that this world is far more unforgiving than any game he's ever played. To secure a stable future and build his own sanctuary, he becomes a bounty hunter exploring treacherous labyrinths. His journey isn't just about fighting monsters, it's about strategic resource management and acquiring loyal companions to aid him in his quest. As he clears floor after floor of the world's deadly dungeons, he uses his tactical brilliance to navigate a society governed by strict rules and harsh rewards. A grounded, gritty take on isekai that blends step-by-step strategy with a wild, comedic journey through a magical world, as one man navigates chaos to rediscover his purpose. True love can be the ultimate weapon, but only if you're willing to take the plunge into a world of magic and destiny. Sato is an average high schooler who has been in love with Hime, his childhood friend, for as long as he can remember. When Hime suddenly announces that she is moving away, Sato follows her, only to find himself transported to a high fantasy realm where Hime is actually a princess of a mystical kingdom. In a moment of desperation to protect her, Sato accepts a magical ring and unintentionally becomes the Ring King, a legendary hero destined to save the world. To defeat the encroaching Abyss King, he must travel across the continent to find 4 other princesses and unite the power of their rings. As he navigates a balance between intense magical battles and the complexities of his new royal duties, Sato struggles to prove that he is more than just a boy with a ring. Blending epic fantasy and romance, a determined hero fights to protect the woman he loves and their world. Sometimes, being average in a world of magic is just a disguise for a power that can rewrite reality. Takumi Iruma is an ordinary office worker who is accidentally caught up in a hero summoning meant for someone else. As an apology for the mistake, the goddess grants him the freedom to live however he chooses in this new world, along with a seemingly humble skill: alchemy. What begins as a simple hobby for a quiet life quickly spirals into something extraordinary as Takumi realizes his alchemy has no limits. By applying his modern logical thinking to ancient crafting, he begins creating items and potions that defy the laws of magic. While he initially seeks a peaceful existence, his unmatched talent draws the attention of powerful adventurers and noble houses alike. Seamlessly blending a relaxed atmosphere with the excitement of infinite potential, this charming fantasy journey follows a dedicated crafter who navigates a path of creative discovery to become a legend in his own right. In a world where the Demon King has already been defeated, the greatest threat isn't a monster. It's the heroes who are left behind. With the ultimate evil gone, a group of Shura, warriors with godlike power, emerge from the shadows. Each one possesses a unique, absolute skill, from a fencer who can kill with a single strike to an architect who can manipulate entire cities. These masters of destruction gather for a grand tournament to determine who among them is the true hero. As the city of Lithia becomes the battlefield, alliances are forged and broken in a relentless display of tactical brilliance and raw power. While they clash to claim the empty throne, the world watches in terror as these titans redefine the meaning of strength. By blending dark fantasy with intense action choreography, this brutal grand-scale spectacle presents a world steeped in chaos. Here, the most dangerous legends are forced to fight through total war to prove their absolute supremacy. When Gotham's most notorious criminals are forced into a world of swords and sorcery, chaos is the only thing they can trust. Amanda Waller brings together a hand-picked crew of infamous supervillains, sending them into a mission beyond anything they've faced before. They are sent through a gate into an isekai, a fantasy realm where magic is real and dragons roam the skies. With lethal explosives implanted in their necks, they have only 72 hours to conquer this new world or face certain death. They find themselves caught in a brutal war between the Imperial Army and a legion of monsters. As they unleash their unique brand of mayhem upon the fantasy world, the squad must outsmart magical enemies and navigate treacherous politics to complete their mission. This high-octane crossover perfectly blends DC's anti-hero energy with vibrant anime aesthetics, creating a wild and comedic adventure where a group of outcasts must navigate a world of madness to reclaim their freedom. Once labeled a failed hero, he accidentally ascends to become the most powerful being in existence. Banaza is a humble merchant summoned to a magical kingdom as a potential hero, but he is quickly discarded when his starting stats appear mediocre. Exiled to a dangerous forest and unable to return home, his life changes instantly the moment he reaches level 2. Upon leveling up, his stats suddenly become infinite, granting him absolute mastery over every spell and physical skill in the world. Taking on his new name to live a quiet life, he accidentally ends up living with a beautiful female demon named Fenris. As he tries to maintain a peaceful household, his godlike powers keep drawing him into conflicts between humans and demons, which he must resolve with a single snap of his fingers. Blending overwhelming power fantasy with heartwarming romance, this light-hearted isekai follows a gentle soul. Behind the quiet domestic life lies the power to reshape the entire world. Sometimes, the most unexpected heroes have 4 legs and a snout. An unexceptional otaku passes out after eating raw pig liver, only to wake up reincarnated as a literal pig in a vibrant fantasy world. His confusing new life takes a dramatic turn when he meets Jess, a kind-hearted girl who possesses the rare ability to read minds. Despite his animal form, Jess accepts him for who he is, and together they embark on a journey through a kingdom filled with hidden dangers. The pig must use his human intellect and Jess's telepathy to navigate a society where her kind is often exploited. As they travel across the land, the bond between a cynical pig and a selfless girl becomes the key to uncovering a dark conspiracy. A unique and surprisingly emotional adventure, this series blends light-hearted moments with high-stakes fantasy. Set within a magical realm of pure madness, it follows 2 companions as they fight their way back to their original lives. In a world where war is looming, the greatest weapon isn't a sword, but the ability to see a person's true potential. Ars Luvent is reborn into a fantasy realm within a fragile noble family on the edge of survival. Though he lacks brute magic or masterful swordplay, his appraisal skill unveils the true worth of everyone he encounters. Recognizing that his domain is too small to survive the coming chaos, Ars begins a quest to scout the most talented outcasts and prodigies to join his cause. From a brilliant foreign strategist to a girl with unmatched magical aptitude, he assembles a team of experts who were previously ignored by society. As they work together to fortify their territory, Ars must use his modern-day wisdom and tactical eye to navigate a landscape of shifting political alliances. A compelling take on the kingdom-building genre, centered on leadership and growth. An extraordinary journey unfolds as a visionary leader reshapes the world through strategy and foresight.